Protocol was a wonderful achievement for women because it is an African instrument which comprehensively provides and guarantees the women's rights in Africa.
Maputo Protocol is something really made us women in Africa feels like we have something that is going to protect us, that is going at least to ensure that women in Africa are protected.
Beautiful woman.
The protocol has a lot of articles, and especially the two articles, Article 5 on harmful traditional practices and Article 6 on child marriage, are directly related to the work of the Inter-African Committee, because the Inter-African Committee is working on traditional practices that affects the lives of women and children in Africa and also beyond that.
Other areas also like female genital mutilation, ending child marriage, access to justice, all those are relevant for the work we do.
In Sudan, women are taking care of the agriculture, like in Darfur. Women are doing almost 90% of the process, the agricultural processes. But the whole money coming out of that agricultural work is taken by men. Okay? So in this case, the woman will be under the mercy of the man to give her money or not. So some men, instead of giving money, they go and get other wives with that money. So they leave the mother normally with her children, and nobody is taking care of them. So if the woman is having the power, the economic power, then in this case, she will be able to provide for her family, and she will be able to be strong, and she will be able to function and to be economically independent.
The protocol has a lot of, as you said, provisions that address protection for women, and we embrace it in totality, but critical, which we feel, I feel like that sets the playing field for women, is to address the discrimination.
Despite the fact that some of the constitutions, actually the modern constitutions in African countries which have recently been made, surely guarantee these rights on their own, but enforcement and implementation, I mean realizing these comprehensive provisions of Maputo Protocol into real laws, policies and programs that promote and protect the women's rights has become like a nightmare.
But even though we see some wonderful and innovative provisions in the protocol, I think that there hasn't really been the right level of commitment and awareness about the provisions in the protocol and how to make those rights that are enshrined therein a reality for the woman living in Africa.
If a woman's right to reproductive health and rights is not respected, a woman's right to economic participation in economics might also be affected. A woman's right to participating in politics might also be affected. If a woman is abused or sexually harassed or domestic violence happens, the woman is battered, her confidence to go out and participate in politics is also affected.
The different articles of the protocol, to me, personally, I think I don't see anything wrong with them. Yes, Sudan has signed, but hasn't ratified yet. And we have done a lot of work actually at the beginning, during 2006, 2007, 2008, trying to push for the ratification of the protocol, but unfortunately, there are some articles that were picked by some officials, and they said these are the reasons for why they didn't ratify the protocol. Although we said, okay, we can ratify it, but you can put some reservation if you think that those articles are not going align with with the laws in the country.
What I see as central to the implementation of Maputo on the part of women is to see women participate in politics and governance. To me, unless women participate effectively, and I say effectively because I mean such participation of women that will influence the governance agenda, where you get women participate at the tables. They have to sit at the tables where laws are made, where policies are made, and where programs are initiated. And what do I mean here? At political level, in parliament, in local government level, where the legislation is made. At the same time, you sit at the cabinet level, at the government level, like when you talk of commissions, governmental commissions, like public service commissions, like teaching service commissions, like electoral commission, human rights commission. We need women there, where policies, programs are initiated and made, so that they are able to influence them. Where we have made much inroads is in terms of political level, where you talk of parliamentary level, local government level, like in Kenya here, where they have regional governments. They have attempted to put some women there, but this is putting them there. For instance, in Uganda, we have now got, I think, 34% of women in parliament. And in other countries, in Kenya, there are still a few. In Southern Africa, there are quite many. Some of them have already hit the mass number, a critical mass of 30% of UN. But remember, the AU, African Union, has a policy of gender parity. And yet in Africa, no single country except Rwanda, which has hit the gender parity, and in fact the women have overtaken men. If you cannot make important empowerment of women a priority here in Africa, which other priorities are you discussing?
We need to stop ignoring women's rights. People often pay lip service to the rights of women. I think we haven't really thought through exactly what that means on a national level. And as state representatives, I think it's really important that we stop ignoring it and just paying lip service, and we actually start trying to understand what it is that we need to do. Because I think that when women flourish, the country will flourish.
If African people can really understand that it is important for women to participate in decision making, because they bring a different perspective to these decisions, and all is for the benefit of the human beings in Africa. When we reach that level of understanding, then we can be able to break through.
Women of Africa are fed up with rhetoric, and they want to see real changes in their lives. So action is what we need to see, more action happening at different levels, in different countries.
I see a woman every day in the mirror. I see a woman, and every time I look in mama, I see that woman, a wonderful woman, an African woman, mother of nature, beautiful woman. Me was super wild, but you're my one.